I'm Cheryl Christiansen, and we're going to talk about the fraud resolution program that Bankers Insurance has put in place for its policyholders on the personal line side. And this is also a program that's available to the officers, directors, and employees on the commercial breach side. We take a very proactive approach to fraud resolution. This is a program that allows a policyholder to come to Bankers and express that they have had an issue with someone using their personal information, financial information, and credit information in a fraudulent manner. The customer is transferred to our program, and when we get the customer, we will start going through what's happened. Why do you believe that you have a situation of fraud? They will give us the details, and our role is to take them back to where they were before any of the fraud ever occurred. We do all of the heavy lifting for the customer. This is not a program where a kit is sent out to a customer. This is a program where they have a personal advocate who is assigned to them. They talk to that advocate from the beginning of their case until the end of their case, and that advocate intercedes personally with them for every situation that they need to have resolved. So, for example, the advocate will work with any sort of a governmental agency, i.e. the Internal Revenue Service. If there have been issues with a driver's license being fraudulently issued, the advocate will work on their behalf to get the fraudulent driver's license cleared and to make sure that they have the only valid driver's license. We work with all of the credit bureaus to restore the credit report back to where it was before any of the fraud ever occurred. We work with all of the financial institutions that we need to work with. We work with creditors. If your policyholder is getting a call from a collection agency and they are giving them problems, we ask your policyholder not to speak to the credit collector, but instead let us deal with them. Your policyholder can go on and do what they would do in their normal daily life. So if they coach a little league game, they go coach the little league game. And we deal with all of the dirty work to clear the fraud and put them back to where they needed to be before anything ever happened. This is a very comprehensive program. We do a variety of monitoring products so that we can watch what's happening with the person's identification. We monitor credit files, we monitor Social Security records, we monitor address records so that if someone is setting up fraudulent addresses for them, we are aware of that and we can clear that. At the end of the day, your policyholder has unlimited access to their personal advocate. They can call them as many times as they would like to. This is a great program because it allows a personal relationship to develop between the fraud advocate and your policyholder, and your policyholder understands that they're not just a number or just another name. They are treated as an individual with a policy with Bankers and as a valued entity. And we look at them as someone who needs to be restored as an individual, not just another number. That is a very critical step to a policyholder in the process because they know that Bankers is looking out after their best interest and has put them in touch with someone who considers them as a priority person in Bankers' book of business. At the end of the day, when everything is said and done and they have been fully restored back to where they were before any of the fraud occurred, we do a wellness check with that person a few months after the fraud has been restored, and it's a way to make sure that they don't have questions or that they're not seeing anything that is coming to them that causes them concern. We work on all kinds of fraud, whether it's criminal identity theft, financial fraud, medical fraud, government benefit fraud. It is a great program, and it's one that Bankers should be very proud to offer.